Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Courtney Flagg, Cozy Mystery author, and today we are still talking about the Trellis Method, and in this Preptober video we are going over character. So character for me is the hardest aspect of story. I always do more of a flat character arc, but that is because I am writing in series, and from book to book, obviously your character doesn't change that much, especially if it's a short amount of time in between. So what I have been learning is all about character types. There are several great resources out there. Go check out Amazon. There's some books. I know K.M. Weiland, which I have, is her character book. I have not read it yet, but it's on my list. But I have really been enjoying. Here is the Trellis Method. So this workbook is packed full with all these nitty-gritties of character, and there's so much to go over, like the primary roles and secondary and how to identify them. And as much as I want to discuss all that, I'm still learning it, and I feel like I'm not the best person to teach it at this time. So we're just going to kind of go over just the basics of what I do for my character. So the basic one is, right, you have to have a goal. What does your character want to accomplish in this story? So, right, I am in my seasonal suite mystery series. So we have the main character, which is Emma, and her main goal is, in the book that I'm writing, I'm actually writing the Christmas one, and that is Peppermint Perjury. I'm behind, so that's how I'm writing it right now. But her main goal is she wants to win this gingerbread competition, right? So that's her goal. But what she needs to learn is the theme, and her theme for this book is essentially you can't do everything by yourself. You have to let others in that are willing to help. So she needs to learn how to have others help her in investigating the murder as well as preparing for the competition. So that is what I have going on with my character. Obviously, I have my side character. So we have Lily, which is her sister. And with side characters, you don't necessarily have to have their own arc, but you can if you wish. But that is kind of how I'm setting up my story. And going over the section here about what type, I don't quite know what Emma would fall under. I feel like in this story that she might be the loyalist, so she's engaging and responsible but a little defensive, but then also at the same time the perfectionist, which is rational and principled, but then self-controlled. So you have also the individualist. And with that, I think that is a little bit of the hardest, is that my character, since I'm not starting the story with actually mapping out the characters and their arc, that the characters are a little wonky, and that is something that I want to do for my next series, is actually following the Trellis Method. So going over the genre, the premise, and the characters in that order. Because what I've noticed is that I am in the middle of 2 different series that I'm writing. And so I already have essentially the genre. It's cozy mystery. And then I have the subgenre all figured out. So we have the hobby, which is the cigarette shop one. And then we have the seasonal suite, which is the culinary. So I have that, and then I have the main characters, the side characters already in my story, so it's really hard to go back. And that is one thing that I want to tell you is if you're interested in following this Trellis method, I recommend doing it with a new story that you haven't written so you can actually follow it properly. So I'll have the links to the Trellis method list down below. There's 4 characters. There's about like 5 different worksheets and workbooks that Grant Ferguson provides. So highly recommend grabbing the character workbook if you want, or you could do the whole bundle of the Trellis method. But I'm excited to see the next part of this method and going over the story theme, which I kind of have that I mentioned a little bit. So that section will be kind of short. And then moving on to the story beats, so getting into the outlining, which is what I'm currently doing for my Peppermint Perjury. And I think from there is basically where most of my work is going to be done using this method. So I hope you liked this little quick snippet, and I hope Preptober is going well, and see you in my next video. Bye!